Upon hearing the announcement that Dick's Sporting Goods will no longer be selling Arkansas-15 style rifles at any of their stores, liberals across the country cheered. Dick's Sporting Goods is the country's biggest sports equipment retailer. After the shooting that occurred at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, which resulted in the deaths of 17 individuals, liberals have been pushing for more gun laws. Although the federal government is still reviewing their options, Dick's Sporting Goods has officially taken a stand, halting all sales of Arkansas-15 style rifles. As we sat and talked about it with our management team, it was, to a person, that this is what we need to do, Dick's CEO Edward Stack explained, after being influenced by the Parkland shooting survivors' statements, according to BizPac Review. These kids talk about enough is enough. We concluded if these kids are brave enough to organize and do what they're doing, we should be brave enough to take this stand. Of course, gun control activists hailed the move as the latest example of a major U.S. company distancing itself from the controversial firearm, which they believe is the go-to weapon for mass shooters. However, there's one major problem with the company's announcement that liberals don't want you to know about. The company hasn't sold Arkansas-15 style rifles since 2012. In fact, the decision doesn't affect the shelves of any of its Dick's branded locations at all. Instead, it only affects the sale of the rifles at its chain of Field & Stream stores, a much smaller subsidiary that specializes in hunting, fishing, and camping gear. Currently, Dick's operates more than 600 main store locations across the country, but there are only 35 Field & Stream retail locations. The company released an extensive statement to explain the reasoning for the decision, almost as if they knew they were about to upset their customers. Guns aren't the problem. It's the person behind the gun that's the problem. I don't know why that's so hard for people to understand. The fact that these companies are boycotting the NRA, stopping the sale of Arkansas-15 style rifles, and even, in the most extreme cases, pushing against the ownership of firearms altogether, is infuriating. For those who seem to have forgotten, the Second Amendment states, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. It doesn't get any clearer than that. You have to be an idiot to think that banning the sale of an Arkansas-15 style rifle is actually going to help stop mass shootings. Criminals will still get their hands on guns, whether they're legal or not. If they can't manage to get their hands on a gun, they'll use something else, like a bomb, that could do even more damage. The people are the problem, and it's their mental health that's the issue. If Dick's Sporting Goods wants to cater to people who have emotional reactions, then those people should be their only customers. Stop shopping there and implore your Second Amendment-loving friends to do the same.